ship.
On the balcony.
On the balcony. I said deck. On the balcony. Where you see, can you see from there? Yeah, you see the ocean? There you go.
Just chilling.
Just chilling, man. We coming out here for y'all.
Okay.
Coming to do the Breakfast Club from yesterday. 824 Hot Topics.
On the shores of Cozumel.
Yeah. Okay, so here we go. Oh yeah, we're in Mexico. Cozumel, 824. Okay, Wendy Williams. Her son was charged. They said her son was accused of charging $100,000 on her credit card, or according to Wells Fargo. And they're saying that's why they're continuing to hold her funds on her account.
Oh no.
Her son says he didn't do it.
Okay.
Charlamagne and them say they doubt her son did it. I do too, because her son seems like he don't seem like the type that would do that.
I never knew who he was. How
yeah.
his character was. Was he seem like a guy?
He seemed like a good young man. I think what happened was I think what happened was Wendy using that. She can't use it. So maybe he used it and charged
help her.
Right, charged $100,000 on there.
Son, can you go and
but
take
he
this off?
can't say that because maybe there's some clause in there.
Son, can you? I need this.
Yeah.
I need to go buy this.
Right. Maybe there's some clause in there that
but
says.
That means he did do it though. You're saying because he's not saying nothing.
He probably can't say. He just said he didn't do nothing without nobody's. That's the son. Okay. He can't say he didn't do nothing without his mom saying that. Oh. So there you go.
So she including her son now in her messiness.
Right.
If that's true.
If that's true. Oh. But I think that
husband wouldn't have no reason, right? Because he's getting paid a separate check.
Right. Unless I don't know. That's a good idea.
Oh gosh, help Wendy.
But yeah, so that's the latest with them is that her son is being charged. Or saying that Wells Fargo say he charged $100,000.
Because it's his name that's taking it off. That's probably why they're saying that.
I don't know. But he's saying he didn't do nothing without nobody's permission. So. Now Usher answers Diddy. Remember when Diddy kept saying that R&B is dead?
Right.
Usher got upset.
He replied.
Yeah, he got upset.
What did he say?
And he said Diddy don't know what the hell he's talking about. Ooh. And he said he trolling. He probably trolling.
Okay.
And
to get some people to.
Yeah, and he need to keep that you know what to himself. He started cussing. He started getting tough.
Because he's considered an
R&B. That's what I'm saying.
That's just very popular.
He said Diddy probably trying to promote some new song he got, which I told you.
Yeah, you sure did.
I said he trying to. He knows how to do the same.
What's the motive with
same
all
as
this?
Kanye. Anytime they trying to promote something, you notice there's controversy every time.
People know how to milk the crowd and the people in this country, in this world.
They get you to know how to
say any stupid thing.
Yeah.
You're like, did y'all hear what Diddy say? Did y'all hear what Diddy say?
We got some racing boats coming by. All right, we got racing boats coming by. I don't know how to swim, so
we've done some boat stuff, you guys, and we can't swim.
Yeah. So that's the latest with him.
Wow, I knew somebody was gonna say something.
Did you know?
But the fact that he said he kind of know why he doing this.
Usher saying he's doing it because he's trolling. He's trolling.
That's what they call it.
Trolling, when you're trying to get people to talk about something, or you just making comments
to get some
to stir up something. You know, we have trolls that come in our comment section. They just make comments just for nothing. Just stupid. Okay. I usually call trolls stupid people.
Ooh,
they just stupid. They don't have nothing else to do.
Well, no,
50 Cent.
I wouldn't say stupid.
Unless they promote something.
If they get money and paid for it, then they not.
If you trolling and you getting paid, that's different.
Like Trump trolls.
Right. But if you trolling, you just an idiot. Then no, that's. You're not even getting no money for it.
Right. That's when people are not getting paid.
Yeah, you are agitating people for what reason?
Just to do it.
Because you stupid. That's why.
Okay.
All right, so this answers your question. Lenore was asking about that AI rapper.
Yes.
The artificial intelligent rapper.
Rapper's name that she gives me.
And I didn't give you his name, but he's an artificial intelligent rapper.
What's going on with
He's
this?
fake. So Capitol Records apparently are the ones that own him or are responsible for him.
Oh.
And they cut ties to him. They've taken him down because of controversy. The controversy. He's gotten a lot of controversy because...
And what is the things that people are saying?
Because he's doing every stereotype, I guess, that you assume that a rapper does.
Okay.
Like he cusses, he's from the street, he's from the hood. He uses broken English. He uses the N-word. That's different. This is a computer that they programming to do all this.
And why they put that in there to make it part of his character?
Because they know it sells. So they said, I guess the final straw from people was he had did a video, a rap video, and he got arrested by the police and beat down. They beat him up, and he said he ain't talking, he ain't saying nothing. And I guess people said that was it. The police brutality part of the AI.
Okay.
Beating down the computer was done.
If AI, how would you think AI could have came out as this whole new thing without controversial?
He couldn't have. So Charlamagne said, don't blame Capitol Records, blame our community and us.
Why?
Because we accept it from the real rappers. So when all they doing is just emulating what people accepting from the real
It's
rappers.
a mirror.
That's what he said.
Look
He said
at
it's
a mirror that's reflected on every artist
that's what he
out there.
said. He said they mad because they looking at a reflection. You allow it.
That hurts.
And then that brought up the whole thing when I'm talking about this AI rapper. I don't even think he's black. They said he was he might have been Latino or something. And he reminds them of 6ix9ine. They probably just did another version of 6ix9ine, the rapper. And he used the N-word. 6ix9ine used the N-word. So that started the whole thing again of who is allowed to use the N-word.
Right. And the AI. Now, would it be different if that AI was created by a black man?
I think even if it was created by a black man, it still would be negative because think about it. A human that acts like that is because of who they are in their environment. But a computer means you're programming it to assume all rappers act like that, which they probably
think about it
do.
this way. What if someone came to the Capitol Records, this is their creation, this is their super ego in the AI form, and it is a black man who is from the hood, who may have done some negative things. If
it was created from somebody, it may be not as much controversy.
Okay.
Like if it was a real computer animation of a real rapper,
it's mirroring him in an AI form. Right. Like
this
alter ego.
This was one program to everything you could think of about what sells for a rapper. They put it in him, and he was selling. That's why it tells you it's stupid.
Wow.
But I agree with Charlamagne. It's a reflection. You accept it from real rappers.
Here's the thing that I'm concerned about. If we're getting in a society now, like if you guys have seen the movie Gladiator. Look at Gladiator.
When the community,
when the crowd, when your freedom. So that can be negative and positive if a crowd of people are against something.
Yep.
Or for something. They can fight you, threaten you, whatever, until it's done. That's scary.
Look at Trump.
That's scary because a crowd, a large number of people can do some damage.
Yep.
You know, it's always good if it's doing good, but everybody's not in the same opinion.
That's why they try never to kill somebody like that. Yeah. They try to discredit them and make them look bad so that the crowd won't follow them. And that's what Comb-Over is going for with the FBI by saying they trying to discredit me. But here's the catch for that: you can't actually do the stuff they saying you're doing. You big dummy. You can't bring home documents that you're not supposed to and then say they're trying to frame you.
Yeah, I guess.
They could try to frame you if you didn't bring home anything and then they say they went in there and found something. Then you could be like, oh yeah, you found something. But boxes and boxes
of confidential
that you
stuff.
actually did bring home, nobody's trying to frame you, you Comb-Over. You actually did it. And the people who follow, and I keep saying, you can be a Republican, you can be a person that votes conservative, but don't make excuses for somebody that's
when
stupid.
They start doing nutty buddy stuff, then you got to kind of jump the
You can still say I'm voting for him, but he's an idiot.
But the policy,
you can say that. You can say I'm voting.
He's an idiot.
As far as a human being, he's an idiot.
He's an idiot.
But as far as what he sets standards,
financial,
I agree
concerns, pro-life.
Yeah, you can say that. It's okay to say somebody's an idiot, but yet I agree with the things that they.
Yeah, that's true.
But to support a Comb-Over,
totally
bringing home stuff,
even his bad activities,
you're stupid too.
Yeah.
And I use the word stupid a lot.
She does.
You're stupid. And there's nothing wrong with that. Because I've been stupid in some things too.
Yeah.
But you're stupid.
Admit the stupidity and move on.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. I'm stupid. It's like Michael Jackson or whoever. If you like them, you like them. There's a picture of him, a video of him cussing somebody out. You'll be like, that was wrong what he cussed him out. But I still like him.
Thank you.
Okay. Megan Thee Stallion versus Carl Crawford and Jay Prince. Carl Crawford and Jay Prince, Carl Crawford.
Are these rappers?
No,
Okay.
he's Megan Thee Stallion is.
Oh, you know what? I need to write her name down.
Yeah, knocking stuff over. Megan Thee Stallion is the rapper. Okay, you remember that? You know Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah, I forgot to list her as.
Remember, she's trying to get out of her record label with 1501 label. Carl Crawford is I think he was a former baseball player. He owns 1501. The place she thinks she's trying to get out of. Well, they getting messy. They going back and forth online. Usually grown people don't do this online. Go back and forth with each other. So he was saying that he pretty much made her. When she came, they gave her, you know, the
did
book.
all this for her.
They did everything.
She's at.
Yeah, they created who she is, the whole facade.
They gave her the talent
of all of that. Well, and then she came back. She came back and said, "Don't try to take credit for," because her mom was her manager before her mom died. And she said, "My mom and myself, we created Meg Thee Stallion. We created my look. We created who I am."
Megan Thee Stallion.
Because she's big, she's tall, like a horse. Like a horse. Yeah, stallion.
Wow. Okay.
And then he came back and said, "That's from this back and forth." He came back and said, "She ain't even from Houston." Because she always represents that she's from Houston and stuff.
Oh my God.
And you know, people like to rep Houston like people say Chicago.
Where's she from?
People like to rep Houston like Chicago. You know how people say I'm from Chicago.
Outside of
he said she's from San Antonio. He said find me a picture of her when she was young, or anybody know her when she was young, or whatever, in Houston. So then she came back and said, first of all, you 42 years old and you trying to ask somebody to find you a picture, you an idiot. She pretty much called him an idiot.
Yes.
And I don't have to explain to nobody I am from Houston. I have pictures, my school. Who are you? That's kind of what she's saying. You a big dummy to question where I'm from. So that was a whole back and forth thing.
With,
yeah, it's ridiculous. Wow. She's just saying he's ridiculous.
So what does that mean? Is she not part of his?
She trying to leave his label and get away from it. And he's saying she owe him another album and all this, and then that's when I told you she did a mixtape.
If he gonna say if he's going to sue her.
They in court right now.
They're in court, so they got to try to win.
She's saying her mixtape is an album. And
okay.
He's saying it's not. And Envy was saying it should be an album because it got 10 songs on it. It's an album.
I wonder if any other recording artists or
I don't understand why
they rescue and say yes, a mixtape.
I don't understand why when they owe albums, why can't they just do an album of humming? Like just hum for 10 songs, and that's your album.
Yeah, I mean, if you
why can't she do that?
You found like Prince did a loophole around getting his name back, recording all his songs again.
So she can't do an album of just a stupid album, just to give them an album.
For her, it's like the principle of it. Like,
I would just give you an album. I wouldn't give you my best work. Put it that way. I'll go on there and sing jingles.
Mediocre.
I'll do an album of jingles. I'll sing McDonald's commercials, like a Christmas album or something.
And do Christmas tunes.
Anything. I wouldn't
and rap about it. That may be her hottest one, though.
I know, but I wouldn't give you like my best work
because you ain't feeling it. You're not feeling it. First of all, she's not feeling it. So even if she was,
and I would name the album "Not Feeling It."
Yeah.
So my fans would get in on the joke.
Like I get that they done gave her a hard time. We don't buy this.
And if you can't do that legally, like you can't say you doing that, my fans would know. This album is just put out just for me to get out of this.
But they're trying to get money from her because that's a money
right.
contract she's breaking a contract.
Right.
We'll see where that goes.
So we'll see.
She may open some doors with proving that the mixtape mix kind of things that they do mix is considered an album. Who's to say?
Yeah.
Okay, Megan.
So then Ray J, he's so funny. He always in something. I guess he's in this group called RSVP.
Is this a real group?
Yeah, they started a R&B group called RSVP. And so one of the guys in the group, Sammy,
ain't dead.
Well, you heard them on that show Versus. Is from them is dead.
They considered R&B singers though.
Well, apparently him and Sammy, one of the guys in the group, I guess that's the S in RSVP. Sammy and him got into a fight, and so Ray J said that he beat up Sammy, and that Sammy is mad because I guess Ray J not in the group no more.
They already messed up.
They only been in the group for about 2 days, and they already broke up.
Day one, I don't even know this group RSVP, and they already
broke up. And so Ray J said he beat Sammy up and Sammy mad or whatever, so he out of the group. Sammy came back and said Ray J did not beat me up. He said he was drunk. Sammy was drunk, and said he got turned up, and he was reaching for the doorknob, and it didn't touch the doorknob, and he fell. Just stupid.
Well,
and he's saying Ray
J acts with alcohol too.
He's saying Ray J saying he hit me. It's like saying he hit his high notes when he came. Both of them going back and forth with each other.
That's a good one.
So now Angela Lee said, I guess the group now is just SVP. Because RSVP is gone. R is gone in RSVP. Just stupid. So now I guess it's SVP.
No, because you said he was.
No, Sammy is SVP. He's still in the group.
RSVP.
Ray J is out of the group. So I guess it's not
SVP.
SVP coming. So Little TJ, the next story.
Another rapper?
Little TJ. Remember I told you Little TJ is the one that got shot. You probably don't remember. He got shot and he was like in real critical condition. Apparently he's better now. He left the hospital and they had a large billboard up in his name out. He says he's back. So if anything, he better thank God because he was supposed to be dead.
Just like 50 Cent. They survived some bullets for him.
Yep.
Okay.
So Little TJ's supposed to be dead. So apparently he back and he said he ready to go.
Okay.
Now YK Osiris, that's a rapper, young boy. And he's stupid too. YK Osiris. Cyrus. He's young little boy.
Where
He's
these
cute.
names come from?
He's young, but he's stupid.
Okay.
He's one of those ones that he talk a lot. He one of those kind of rappers that talk a lot. He always in everything.
Get in trouble? Is he talking?
No,
shade?
he just talk a lot. No, he just talk a lot.
Opinionated.
Yeah, he's opinionated.
Okay.
And he just talk a lot. He's in everybody's business. He always saying something.
Got something to say.
Yeah.
Okay.
So apparently he was on some.
Why don't he just put it to music notes? Music.
He raps.
Just keep it in music. Right. Keep your mouth shut.
And he's a young boy
Only
too.
if you're in the studio talk.
So they was asking him. He was on some talk show, and they asked him what's the most amount of girls that you had sex with at one time?
Because he talk a lot, so he gonna say stuff.
He said 9
at one time.
At one time.
He talk a lot.
So Angela
Does he
Yee,
look good?
he's cute. He's cute.
Okay.
Angela Yee said they ran a train on you.
Yeah.
You wasn't.
Next.
Yeah.
Come on, Sally.
You was just the penis.
Okay, Julie, your turn, girl.
You could have been a toy, anything they could have had.
Okay, Megan.
Exactly. So you wasn't really.
And that's supposed to be. He's supposed to brag about that because he's making it like it's a harem.
If it's 9, they playing you. It's not the other way around.
No. Think about it on the other side. The man's thoughts is 9 women around me. That's a harem.
Oh no, they.
And they're not playing him because he figured that's what I want.
Oh, okay.
Now the train that they do on women, they don't want that. They
Right,
don't
right.
want 5 men on them.
Right.
They hurting them and taking advantage of them. But a man,
some women want. They want that. Some women.
Some women. I'm not speaking for all.
Right.
But most women don't want to train on them.
Right.
But a man, he'll sit back and go, your turn.
Yeah.
So I don't see it as him being the negative.
He don't care. He's stupid.
That's what I'm saying.
I told you, if you ever see him, you'll be like, it don't even matter with him. Let's move on. I don't even want to talk about. I don't even know why I brought him up. I guess they talked about him on
what did they say about him?
The same thing. They got off of him quick. Nobody talks. He's stupid.
Okay.
So when you got somebody like
is
that,
he selling? Because he's stupid? Is he selling?
For me personally, I know him more from his antics than I know from his music. Okay. Like 6ix9ine, you know him more from his antics.
Because think about this.
Some rappers you know more from their antics and what they do than their music.
Because think about this, when we always learn in our old church, money magnifies you.
Right.
So more money, whatever. If you a butthole, you a bigger butthole. So okay.
All right, so then DJ Khaled, you know him.
Okay.
They asked him
again.
Yeah, he was out on something talking.
He talk a lot.
And they was that, but you know him for his music. Plus, he do talk a lot.
Okay.
DJ Khaled said they asked him when Obama came out on All I Do Is Win, 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 his song. He said, how did that make you feel? He said he was excited. Everybody was calling him. Yeah. He said his mom called him. His family called him.
That's good.
He said that made him feel proud. He said, because that's my president. He said, I don't know how y'all feel, but that's still my president. Sure and I thought, that's all our presidents.
Still our president.
We haven't had no president since Barack Obama.
Blacks and mamas.
They're
like, I don't care. 90 years old voting. They just happy
They voted
to see this come alive.
Yeah. And Tim Scott, the Republican from South Carolina.
Yes.
He said his family voted for him.
And he didn't even vote.
No, he didn't vote for him, but
Yes.
his family did.
Yes.
And he understands why.
Yes.
Thank you.
Understand that and move on.
All right.
Plus, it would be different if Obama was a butthole. I
Half
not
the
agree with all his policies, but he is a good man.
There's not one thing that Comeover has done that if Obama did, he would not have been ran out of the White House. Even with turning the Bible upside down by mistake.
If those files home,
Oh, he'd be in cuffs.
Oh Lord!
If he came outside and took a picture with the Bible upside down by mistake.
2 Corinthians. At least Obama knows how to pronounce the Bibles and the books in the Bible.
If he had a rally,
2 Corinthians.
if he had a rally with a bunch of black people and said, "Let's march down to the Capitol," and then they marched down to the Capitol,
they wouldn't make it nowhere near.
First of all, they would have been shot before they even got in there. But let's
make it
assume, for just the sake of argument, in a non-real world, they was able to get up the stairs and kick the door in.
Oh, you think they get that far?
And go in. Let's just make pretend.
Oh, that's a pretend, big time.
Pretend.
Okay.
And they kicked the door in and broke the windows and went in.
Same thing that this group did.
Same thing.
Okay.
And Obama was in his
chambers
in
that group
in that his car, punching the Secret Service man.
like a Comeover was
to make him turn around so he could go back there and be the leader of them. You don't think that he would be taken out in chains for treason?
And there would be a crowd of people at the White House. Get him. Demanding that he be whatever they need to do to him. They'll probably try to do it themselves.
Thank you.
He'll be shot at every time he get out the car.
Thank you.
So
come on, let's not pretend.
Talk about privilege.
Come over people. You know. I don't call them Trumpsters. I call them come-over people.
Privilege.
Okay. Now we go to Meghan Markle. You know that's the princess.
Oh.
Married to what's his name?
The
mixed girl. She has a deal on Spotify where she has a talk show, which makes sense because she's an actress.
Oh my God, they don't listen to her.
Well, they got to make money since they've been booted out from the royalty.
The family.
So and her first guest was Serena Williams. And Serena Williams she asked her about retiring. How does it feel?
Yeah, having that.
And she said she hasn't since she was a little kid. This is the first time she actually doesn't feel like she has to compete or perform at a high level. And she doesn't know how it feels like. It's weird.
Yes.
And this is the first time. Then somebody said, "Well, you've taken a break before." She said, "But I've never retired. Wow. I've taken a break, which means I still had to stay at a performance level."
Yes, that's
because
true.
You have to come back.
You still got to come back, still as strong.
This is the first.
You told me that she's not calling it retirement.
Oh yeah.
There's another name that she's calling it.
What did we call it? We said something else.
Reflect.
I can't remember.
Okay.
But anyway, she said this is the first time that she's ever felt like that, and she's able to concentrate on her daughter, and I think she want to have another kid or whatever.
Nice they had a boy.
And then they talked about her next interview is with Mariah Carey.
Is this just a podcast? Voice.
It's a podcast. Yeah.
Or is this showing visually?
Well, I don't know if they filming it, but it is voice on Spotify.
I'm proud of you.
And Charlamagne said they probably paid her so much money it's ridiculous to do that.
Yeah.
Because her next guest is Mariah Carey.
Think about the people on her show.
Who wouldn't go on the show because it's Meghan Markle. It's the princess.
And she's a cool person. She's not like a Wendy Williams where she's gonna throw.
She's not gonna ask you nothing. Okay. She'll probably get Oprah on there or something. She's gonna get main people on there.
That's good.
Her next guest is Mariah Carey. Okay. And so Charlamagne said she gave up the throne for a podcast. And he was saying that must be wonderful. And then Angela said, I don't think it's just a podcast. She's an actress and all this other stuff.
It's a little bit more.
He was trying to make it seem like it's a major deal because he's a podcaster and they gave up the throne to be a podcaster like him. Angela, he was like, I think it's a little higher. He was being funny.
But I understand. He's growing too.
Yeah.
With his show.
Yeah.
So mamas even know who he is. If your mom knows who Charlamagne is.
Yeah.
Okay.
So donkey of the day.
Ooh.
He gave it to a guy named Joey from Mississippi. Joey volunteered to help clean up the beaches in Mississippi.
Okay.
And while they was cleaning up, volunteer group, while they was cleaning up, they found several bricks of cocaine on the beach. And it came up to like over $1 million some worth of bricks or whatever.
Oh my God, from cleaning.
Yeah, so they turned it over to the police.
And
I guess he kept one. So they ended up arresting him for keeping the brick. And now he's charged.
You know that's illegal, dude.
Yeah, now he's charged.
Especially you cleaning up and
he's charged with a felony. So he went from volunteering to being a felon.
And he's gonna be now in jail for.
Now he's gonna be in jail.
I wonder how many years.
So Charlamagne was saying he thinks it's a setup from the police department. Because why would it be $1 million worth of cocaine?
They laid that out.
And he said they probably wanted to see who was gonna pick it up. Because
he was the only one.
I guess he was the only one that kept it. Right, kept one of them.
Oh my God.
And so Charlamagne said, "You'll never beat the system with their game. That's the trap. And they probably trying to get somebody, and he fell right into the trap with his dumb self."
Dude, was he gonna sell it? I wonder.
Probably, yeah. Wow. Why would you keep it?
Yeah.
So Charlamagne said, anytime you find something like that, don't
turn it in,
or don't even touch it,
or call.
Don't even touch
Call
it. Just leave it alone.
And say, "Look, I found something. Y'all come see it.
Come get it.
That's it.
I don't want to have nothing to do with it. I don't want to touch it."
They say cops even do that.
Right.
They take things. I have a friend, an old coworker who dated a cop. When they would confiscate stuff in a drug bust,
he would take stuff.
They would take jewelry.
See?
They would take money.
They
would not write down everything.
Yep.
Okay.
So that was it. That was the Breakfast Club.
Okay.
For
Charlamagne, was he there? Or was he taking?
He was on tape.
Okay.
He was on tape.
Okay.
And
Charlamagne still ain't left her for her show yet.
She not gonna leave like that. She gonna leave like a little bit, you know.
Oh.
She probably gonna still. She probably gonna even be doing her other show while this one is kind of transitioning.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that.
So that was it, guys.
Okay.
You have anything
else?
else?
Go by.
We watching boats go by. We on the
You're not as hot as you normally get, are you? Is a little breeze helping?
It's better here than you had it in the room. You had it hotter in the room that day.
I didn't know.
I'm not as hot as I was in the room.
It's not as humid here.
Yeah.
That's probably what it is.
So,
okay.
But I'm not as hot as I was when she turned the air off in the room. So,
okay.
All right, y'all. So, you got anything else?
Nope. Subscribe.
So, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Remember, YouTube is not a human being. It is a computer. Which means that it only knows if you like it, if you subscribe to the channel or like our video. You have anything else? And don't stop believing.
Don't stop believing.
All right, y'all? And that was another Woods Report. See you later.